Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital reveals Mayor Laura Collins, Jeannie Francis, horrified because she's got a very dead Professor Hank Dalton, Daniel Goddard, in her trunk. And things are about to take a horrible turn for the newly re-elected mayor. So will a murder accusation against Laura turn over the election results? We're going to talk about why Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, is setting Laura up to take the fall for Dalton's murder, and what comes next. Alright, so we recently saw Laura go off on Professor Dalton for framing her grandson Rocco Falseroni, Finn Francis Carr, for supposedly trashing Dalton's lab at PCU. Now poor Rocco is sitting in juvie, terrified and facing serious felony charges. Of course, Laura knows Rocco is innocent and that Dalton is a slimeball. When he provoked Laura at the polling station on election day, if you remember, she screamed at Dalton. Laura called him a liar and promised that he wouldn't get away with this. Then Laura even slapped Dalton in the face. He didn't touch her, and she got physical with him. I mean, it was glorious, and voters seemed to like that she was standing up for her grandson. But unfortunately, Laura slapping him was assault, and she made threats against Dalton twice in public. And now, all of a sudden, his corpse is in her trunk on General Hospital. Of course, we all know that Sidwell is the one who put a bullet through his heart, killing Dalton in cold blood right there in his living room, because he put the research that he, Britt Westbourne, Katie Thiebaud, Sidwell, and the mystery boss are working on at risk. Dalton's bad temper got them on the radar of the PCP and the WSB. The good thing is they haven't tied Dalton, in one way to Britt and to Sidwell. So yes, Britt Westbourne is the one and only witness to Sidwell slaying Dalton, but she's terrified, so she is not going to talk. It's not just that Sidwell told her, "This is how I deal with people who betray me." He also reminded Britt she relies on him and the mystery boss for her Huntington's medication. So she's very scared of what horrible things would happen to her health without that miracle drug. I do suspect we're going to see Laura in the hot seat because she just publicly threatened Dalton. By the end of this week, she's in her car, terrified, freaking out that there's a corpse in there with her spare tire. And Laura screams again on Friday when Nathan West, Ryan Pavey, approaches her car. I guess she doesn't see him there. The threats were bad enough if Dalton had turned up dead anywhere. I think Laura would have been a suspect, but with Dalton's body shoved in the trunk of her car, there seems little doubt the PCP will have to investigate and possibly arrest Laura next week. Of course, we only have 3 episodes next week because of Thanksgiving. So Laura may not be in handcuffs for a whole another week, but it seems likely it's going to happen. At the same time that it seems likely she'll be arrested, it also seems quite unlikely that the mayor would shoot Dalton. But she did make threats, and she vowed to protect Rocco at all costs. And of course, Laura's a tough cookie, and it wouldn't be the first time she handled a gun. It wouldn't be the first time she killed somebody. So, she's not an angel. But there's also the fact that Laura was just re-elected as mayor, and she beat creepy Ezra Boyle, Daniel Cosgrove. And we know she has a lot to lose. Another reason that Laura wouldn't be reckless and just go around shooting some guy no matter what he did to Rocco. However, if the evidence points to Laura, that's what matters. And of course, Sidwell knows that. That's why he told Britt that now dead Dalton could still be useful to their cause, because Laura's been getting in the way of what Sidwell wants, which is to get Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, out of the way and to take control of the peers. And Laura refused eminent domain. Then they did Measure C, and that didn't go the way Sidwell wanted. But if he can get Laura sent to prison, then it seems like Ezra would probably be mayor. And we know he would do exactly what Sidwell told him to do because he is corrupt. Plus, we know that Sidwell has the murder weapon since he used it. So he might have planted that with Dalton's corpse in Laura's car, or maybe in her office or her home.